Good morning, Class 9. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to the first e-learning session of SST. And in this session, we are going to discuss about the physical features of India. In this chapter, we will discuss about how the landforms have been formed related to India. And the next thing is, in this chapter, we'll also discuss some of the historical facts. Along with that, we'll also discuss the continental plates, its boundaries, the convergent and the divergent features on the land. In those period, many things happened, which has resulted in the formation of landforms. So let us begin the class.
Okay, class 9. If we talk about the physical features, whatever natural things we see on the earth are physical features on the earth. There are 5 physical features, among which the first one is your mountain, second one which we can see is your plain, then plateaus, the next one is your deserts and islands. If we talk about India, in India we have got one extra physical features, that is your coastal plain. We call these physical features because we see all these physically on the earth surface. Today we are going to discuss on these topics only in detail. You might be thinking how the physical features have been formed and why do they appear like this. They appear like this because of the rock, and beside rock by weathering and erosion and by deposition. Okay, let us understand this. We know that rock found in different places are of different texture and different color. Because of this reason, we see the mountains of different color in different places. Some are dark brown and some other are light brown. The next is weathering. Because of weathering, the rock breaks down into the smaller pieces, and in due course of time it becomes smaller and at last changes into a swell. The rocks which has been broken down into tiny particles are carried away by the different agents of erosion and deposits it in far off places. In this way, there is a change in the physical features. This concept, which we understood, was generally, but scientifically, when it was observed, we focused on some of the theories, among which the theory of plate tectonic was more important. In this theory, we observed and understood that our land masses are divided into continental plates, and in these plates, there are certain kinds of movements. When they move towards each other, then we call them as convergent plates or convergent boundaries. When these continental plates moves away from each other like this, then they are called divergent boundaries. Okay, but when they passes side by side, then we call them transform boundaries. Now what happened due to convergent boundaries? When they come closer, they collide and the swell starts to fold, because of which the mountain building takes place. The next is, due to divergent boundaries, the land have a stress and there will be a crack in the land and faultings takes place. and the place where more faulting takes place, there occurs a volcano or an earthquake. Now, where is such place in the world where more volcanic eruption and earthquake takes place? Excuse me. It is in the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean. Now, I want you all to find and mark the Ring of Fire in the atlas. Now let us study historically how does this landforms has been formed. The present landform is different from the past, so let's see how it was before and how it changes to its present form. If we talk about the history, we see in the history that the present continent which today we see was once a single land mass, and the name of this land mass was Pangaea. What happened was that these Pangaea broke into big land masses. As we know that today we have got lots of continent, but in those days only one big land mass was there, and that got broke down into two, the north and the next one was the south. The land which was towards the north was called the Angara landmass, and towards the south was called the Gondwana landmass. This got further broken down later on, and the one which comprises towards the north are now known as North America. I am writing here Europe and Asia. In the similar way, Gondwana land broke into now India, Australia, and South Africa. At first, this continent broke and moved apart from each other, as I said, but later on, after millions of years, again started to get closer. Then, the major part of Angara land, which was Eurasia, moved towards the south again, and the major part of the Gondwana, which was Indo-Eurasian plate, moved towards the north. So, after certain million years, they collide with each other, but before the collision, there was a sea between them which was called Tethys. As these continental came closer, the Tethys was formed, but when they get further closer, the sea did not exist. Okay, my dear students, for today I am ending the session out here, and the remaining part we are going to do in the next class. Okay, my dear students, take care of yourself and revise the concept once again. Okay, thank you.